Hello everybody, I'm the Diecast Card Collector, and today I'm going to be doing a review of this Ferrari F12 Berlinetta made by Hot Wheels. So let's start by looking at the front car. Just spin this car around. Right there. The first thing you'll notice is these beautiful Ferrari lights with the clear plastic here and the LEDs there, the main bulb in there, which will all look very realistic. Then you can see this tiny prancing horse, which is made out of metal and looks very realistic. After that, you can see this intake up here with the mesh, which is not done as nicely as the back, which I'll just show you in a second. Right there. Then you can see this tiny Ferrari logo up here, which is very small and cannot be seen on camera, but I'll just try to show you the. Okay, my camera can show you that. Now let's take a look at the side of the car. The first thing you'll notice is these beautiful Ferrari wheels over there, which do turn around, and the brake discs go through the calipers as they should. Then you can see this tiny Pininfarina logo, which pops out and looks very nice. Up here you have the turn signal, which is also done very nicely. Then you have this disappointing Ferrari shield, which is just a sticker. After that, you can see this half-open window, which is very realistic. Right there. Now, let's take a look at the back of the car. And this is the area where I was talking about. This mesh area is done much more better than the one at the front. Then you can see this Ferrari prancing horse, which is done very nicely. Just like the front, made out of metal and pops out. Then you can see this F12 Berlinetta license plate, which is done very nicely. The Ferrari lights also look very realistic and are replicated very nicely. Then the exhausts are very deep and look way much better than my Ferrari FF. I'll leave a link in the description for our Ferrari FF review. Now let's take a look at the engine, which you just open by putting your fingernail in there. Just like right here, and then just pulling it up a little up. Just pops up a little, and then just open it up right there. The engine is very detailed with the main engine block saying Ferrari, and this tiny Ferrari logo, which is made out of metal and pops out. Then you can see this tiny cap to fill some oil, which is made out of metal and looks very nice too. The engine is very detailed and has a lot of depth, which you can just see there's a lot of stuff in there. Then you can see this other places to fill some other stuff. Now let's take a look at the boot, which there's not a lot of stuff to see. There are little lights in there, but you can't actually see it on camera. Now let's take a look at the interior. But before I go to the interior, I want to show you this golf bag place right there. Just a second, I'll close the boot and show you. Right there, you can see those latches over there. Those are for golf bags, which look very real. That area looks very realistic. Now let's take a look at the interior. Right there, just open it up, show you inside. The door is done very nicely with the door handle there and a speaker right there. Then you can take a closer look at the interior right there. This doorstep says Ferrari, but is made of plastic and does not look as good as if it was made out of metal. Then you can see these shiny pedals, which are made out of metal and look very rustic. This AC vent is also done very nicely with all the knobs and other stuff. You also have the paddle shifters. And as you move the wheels, the steering wheel does move. Not too much, but not too much. Then you can see this little area under the seat, which has all these settings for your seat. Then you can see the center console over there, which I'll just show you in a minute from the other side. And then this leather seat is made out of a material which is very close to leather and just feels almost like leather. Then let's take a look at the interior from the passenger side, which when you look from this side, you have the same seat, the same door, and then you have the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta right here, which is very tiny and you can't actually see it on camera. After that, you can see this AC vent, which is done very nicely, and then this center console in there, which has a lot of 3 AC vents in there, and then some other stuff. Now let's take a look at the interior from the front side. Right there. You can see this tiny armrest, which is actually made out of the same material these seats are. Just give you a better look. Now you can take a look at the interior from the outside. Zoom in a bit. The windscreen, the wipers are done very nicely too, but they're just made out of plastic. Now for the ratings. I give this car a minus because of some disappointing facts, and somehow these lights look like they are turned on, but they are actually just normal lights. And just reflects a lot. Thank you for watching. I'm the Diecast Car Collector, and please comment, subscribe, and like our video. And then I'll just open everything of this car just to show you guys once again. Just a sec. Move it out of the camera area. There you go. Thanks for watching. I'm the Diecast Car Collector.